When growing up, my parents believed that education was one of the keys that can take you places and do stuff for you. We didn't always get presents or stuff, but my parents always made sure that they paid for our school fees. After completing my education, I went to a teacher training college and I got my teacher training certificate to teach. Students left classroom crying, and it was heartbreaking to see kids chased out of classroom. They wanted to be there to learn, but they were not able because their parents could not afford to pay their school fees. And I felt I had to do something to meet these kids' need. You know, I'm just quitting this job. I'm going to teach these kids. So on my parents' porch, I sat down with these kids and started teaching them to learn to read and write. So I started off with 8 kids, and then it grew up to 24. It went up, 30. By the end of the year, we had a full classroom. So that's how the school began. The Peace School got involved with my family. My father got us the money to buy the material to build, and each parent who could afford, because these children were, some were orphans, some were living with just a single parent, some were living with their grandparents. They really did not have a hope of where to find money to come to school. So parents started helping me to be able to run this little school that I had started.
Well, the mission of Ahead Energy is to help schools and medical facilities in Africa to access the energy that they need to carry out their missions. And we began working with Peace School. I made a trip there in February to do a site visit. We're met at the airport by the Babali family who operate the Peace School and welcomed most warmly at their school, stayed at the school. The thing that struck us the most when we arrived at the school is we found that the cooking at this school that feeds 200 children daily was being done on a 3-stone fire. So we thought right away we need to help these people get a better cooking situation. And fortunately, we had contacts with the East Africa Energy Technology Development Network, which is a local Ugandan group. And they came in and proposed building 2 twin-burner rocket stoves. Food is cooking faster, they're using less fuel wood, the smoke is being exhausted outside, and so they're very happy with the results of that.
They're in P7, and so they stay at the school for the entire. First met the kids who stay at the school, who are either their parents have passed away for a year to do their studies, and everybody was very welcoming and very sweet. The materials that the school is constructed of is some bricks, but they have, instead of concrete, they use like a dried kind of mud that dries. So they work as buildings, but are they very stable? No, but everything's one floor.
Right now, what we need anyone who has any talent, carpenter work, who can go at the side and help us to do carpenter work. We need, if we have any folks who know people who are transporting things, to do that shipment container, because we have collected over the years clothes to go to the school, but we don't have any way to take that over to the school. But if anyone knows anyone who does a shipping container, who can do that for us, we are looking for those folks to get involved in this. We are looking for professional teachers who can go there and not only teach the students, but also help the teachers to do a professional development, to learn. We need books. If we can get books, reading books, children books, we need all that. And currently the students don't have a dining. We need that, but it's something that is needed. They are eating from our open shade. That's their dining, and that's where they do their homework.
In the United States. The next thing that we did at Peace School was to install solar photovoltaic panels at the school. This is a way that they can provide electricity for themselves right on water thermal heaters.
Their levels of poverty are so intense that school fees are out of the question. They have plenty of students that they could take in if they had more room that would definitely be eligible, but they just don't have the financial capabilities to do so, which is pretty sad, but they're doing the best that they can as of now. The students were very impressive with their focus and their work ethic. They're very well behaved. You get this general feeling that they are happy to be at the school and appreciate what Peace Primary has done for them and what it can help them accomplish.
One of the girls telling me that she wanted to be a teacher because her experience at Peace School had been so valuable to her. Task force has been set up here in Richmond to help Joanita develop support for the school. And there are many ways that people can be involved. If they're local here, they can join the task force, which is working on communications, fundraising.
That we don't have enough space and we can't send away any kid. So being it's a school mission, so those are the things we want to do. And we want to also have a library for these kids. We want a computer lab for these kids because the whole world is growing fast with technology. It would be good to circle of that dream so they can complete their education and then they go to a next phase.
Electricity is about 10 times as expensive in Uganda as it is here at site. Then we also hope to provide hot water at the school by installing some solar hot water.
This past summer, Jenny, Lori, Mary-Kate, and Missy volunteered at the Peace School for 2 months. They taught English, writing, math, social studies, and crafts. They worked hand in hand with the teachers in these crowded classrooms with using the only resources that they had. Because of the lack of textbooks, they used the paintings on the buildings as a resource to help them learn. They had field day where they played soccer, basketball, and other different games. During the experience of this time, they enjoyed living at the school with the boarding students while sharing meals that the family provided. They had such a great time that they are planning on returning next year. This memorable event has left a permanent impact not only on the community, but also on the students of the University of Richmond.
Not only benefit them, but it would benefit also the community and the country itself. So I'm inviting anyone who can put their effort in Peace School, please join the struggle and help peace move forward.